I got a new backdrop. Hey guys, I'm Lindsay. Today I'm going to be doing a soft rose-toned evening look. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, so I'm going to start with my primer. I've already moisturized my face, but I'm going to go once over with my rose water spray. So I'm going to start with my eyes. I'm first going to prime them with concealer. Almay Clear Complexion Concealer. And I'm in the shade 100 Light. So as many of you probably know, you can also use liquid lipstick as cream eyeshadow. So I am going to be using my Kylie Cosmetics lip kit in Dirty Peach, an e.l.f. Professional blending brush. This was like $2 from Target. It was one of the first makeup brushes I got, and somehow I've kept it over all this time. So I'm just putting a little bit on my eyes. These lip kits dry really fast, so you need to work quickly, so I'd recommend doing one eye at a time. And I'm just swiping back and forth. I think I'll do a little more. And then you can also sweep that under the eye. Time for the other eye. Oh, that's more than I expected. Okay. Wow, that was a mistake. Let's try that again. So clean out your brush a little bit, maybe on a makeup wipe in between uses, between your eyes, because it will pick up the liquid lipstick and make one eye seem darker than the other. At first, try to kind of focus it into your crease, and then you can blend out from there. This is a really nice cream. Okay, so it's technically a highlighter. I like to use it on my eyes also because it looks so nice and peachy. Especially on days where you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, you can just put this on your lids and nothing else, and it looks very pretty. You can also put it on your cheekbones, and it makes your skin look very dewy. I usually use this on my finger, so I've got about that much on my finger. And I'm just sweeping that over everything I did here. You can keep doing that until you're content with how it looks. I want everything to look really soft and dewy, so I'm going to use a few layers of this. And then I'll be using the highlight portion of this contour and highlight duo from Monica Dar Beauty. I'll be using my fingers for this as well, taking the highlight and focusing that on the inner third of the lid. Putting that on my brow bone as well, and a little bit on the inner corner. And this might look a little bit messy at first, but once you start putting on your foundation, concealer, and brows, it will all start to look more neat and pretty. So this is the first time I'm using this. I'm moving on to foundation now. It's Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And this is in Radiance. So this is supposed to make your foundation look really glowy. So I'm just putting a little bit of this on my finger, taking about that much. Putting a little bit more on my fingers to get my forehead. And I'm actually going to use a little bit of the Fenty primer. Like a really small amount. It's about like smaller than pea-sized. And just putting that where I tend to get a little bit oily. I don't really have oily skin. I used to, but then I started using a gel moisturizer for my skin instead of a cream moisturizer, and I noticed a huge difference in my skin. It is so moisturizing without the oils in it. So if your skin does get oily, that could be because it's really dehydrated. and it could also just be naturally oily, but either way I would really recommend using a gel moisturizer and try to manage that and see how it works. So I'll be taking this sponge. I like the drugstore sponges a little bit better than the Real Beauty blenders. That's just my preference. I like my sponges to be a little bit more dense. So I'm using the Real Techniques sponges, and I'm just gonna spray that with my rose water spray. And then I'm gonna shake up my foundation. I am using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade 110. One squirt on the back of my hand. So with this foundation, you can use 1 squirt for medium coverage and 2 squirts for full coverage. I like to let my freckles show through a little bit, so I'm probably going to use 1 squirt, but it's still to be determined. So it turns out I'm using 1 squirt of foundation on either side of my face. So I have my foundation on. It's time for concealer. I'm using the same concealer as I used before. So this is the opportunity you have to kind of clean up anything from your eyeshadow, like fallout or anything that you accidentally blended too low, as you kind of conceal your under eyes and try to highlight that area. And this look is supposed to look really soft and blurred out, so try not to make anything look cakey, but if you see any blemishes, you really want to try to blur those out. So I have really fair skin, plus with foundation, I look like a ghost. So I think it would be best if I warmed up my skin now with a little bit of contour. I'll be using this duo that I mentioned before. I'll be grabbing this brush. This is a Firma 103, and I know I said contour. With this look I'm going to do a little bit more bronzing than contour, making sure that everything is most concentrated towards the back of your cheekbone. See the difference? And get your forehead, and not too much, but a little bit of your nose. Just the sides of your nose. And I know this is in a little bit of a weird order, but I'm going to do my brows now. So I'm using this Inspire brow powder in the shade dark brown. I'm taking the lighter and just lightly filling them in. That was my brushes. They're back. So yeah, I'm combing them out. And then I'm taking this, I'm mixing the darker with the lighter and going in the tails. Taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I am going to use my NYX Whipped Fouette lipstick and blush as blush. And then my Josie Maran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizer. I've used so much of this, and I don't use the pump on this. It does have a pump. I just unscrew it and use the kind of like the straw part of it. And then I just put that on my cheeks and put that in all of the places I want to highlight. And I'm using the highlight portion of this duo once again. You know, sometimes I think too much of a nose highlight doesn't look cute, but like a little bit of a nose highlight, like that's cute. And then you're gonna want to set your foundation while you do your lipstick. So this is my Coty Airspun Translucent Powder. I'm using the Luxie 660 Precision Foundation Brush. So I'm just getting some powder on there and setting all the areas that tend to crease or get oily. Don't set anywhere that doesn't absolutely need to be set though with this look, because this will take away the dewiness from the look. So if you don't want to look dewy, then use as much setting powder as you want. Maybelline lipstick in the shade 745 Peach Poppy. I'll be using my Almay One Coat Thickening Mascara. It is waterproof, of course. I only use waterproof because I hate it. I absolutely hate it when your mascara like flakes down here like. And then my Almay One Coat One Coat Mega Volume waterproof mascara. I think I'm gonna do lashes. I'm just gonna use these Kiss lashes. Some of them are falling out because I used them for a performance this summer, and it was like 23 performances like every day of the week. Well, not 23 performances every day, but it was like almost every day of the week for like 3 weeks. My strip lash adhesive. Shake, 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 shake your lash. Does this look good? What the heck? No. No. Ugh. And a million years later, my eyelashes are done. And this is the finished look. Alright, so this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you did. I'm just starting my channel and I would really appreciate it. This is a rosy evening look and I hope you guys enjoy trying this for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time.